For the past couple of years now, I have been extremely busy, and something I've just been putting off and putting off is buying new clothes. Well, it's gotten to the point now I can't put it off any longer. A couple of weeks ago, even my hat broke. The buckle on the back of it broke. This camouflage hat, this is just my backup hat. I've ordered a new one, it's on the way, but it's time for me to do some shopping. So since I'm up to here thinking about clothes right now, I thought, hey, we'll talk about clothes. And this is important, especially right now. We're coming into the end of fall, winter's knocking on the door. Our clothes are especially important this time of year. And something I've come up with that's helped me anyway, make this simpler, buying clothes, is what I'm calling an integrated clothing system. All right, so instead of having different clothes for all the different things I do, I want one set of clothes that follow a system that work for everything. So I'm looking for specific pieces of clothes that I can integrate into a single system. And we're starting with boots, because I really need some boots, and our boots are exceptionally important. Most of us are going to spend our lives on our feet working. There's no way around it. Well, one of the truly great quality of life improvements we can make is to have a comfortable pair of boots. I mean, that makes our life so much better. And one of the best sayings I ever heard on this was from the channel Wrangler Star. He mentioned his grandpa used to say this, and stuck with me, is always buy the best mattress and boots you can, because you're going to spend your entire life in one or the other. Hey, there's a lot of truth to that one. All right, so let's start with boots. So what exactly do we need from a really good shoe or boot? Okay, well, we need comfort. That's important. All right, functionality. It's got to work for what we're doing. All right, durability. It needs to last. And it's got to look good. Okay, so if a boot has all four of those things, what else could you want from a boot? Is that not what the perfect boot is? It's comfortable, it's functional, it's durable, and it looks good. Okay, well, modern marketing has got us convinced that we need all of these different types of boots and shoes for all of these different things we do. Okay, so we need walking shoes for walking, but then we need hiking boots for hiking, because hiking is somehow different than regular walking. And we need hunting boots for hunting, because, well, that's different than hiking and somehow. And then we need work boots for work, because, well, that's different than hunting or hiking. And you get the idea. If you go work out, well, working out's somehow different than regular work, so you need special workout shoes and dress boots and slides and sneakers and so on. It just doesn't end. Okay, and we all fell for it. Every single one of us, including me, especially me. Okay, and the way they get us is with the functionality. All right, this special boot for this activity was going to be more comfortable for this activity or more functional for this activity. Okay, except for it's not. Everything's a trade-off. Nothing's perfect. Okay, hunting boot. What makes a hunting boot more functional for hunting or more comfortable? What differentiates it from a work boot? Okay, hunting boot. You need the really big aggressive treads. Okay, that's better traction in rough terrain and mud and snow and rocks and all that stuff. Okay, you need it made out of really tough materials like Cadora, or you need synthetic rubber so that our scent doesn't get on the ground. All right, it needs to be insulated. We don't want our feet cold hunting because it's cold. Need waterproof. Okay, that's pretty much what differentiates a hunting boot from a work boot. All right, except for a lot of that just ain't true, and it's back to trade-offs. Okay, those big, heavy, aggressive cleats. Do they really give us more traction? They can in certain instances, okay, mud or snow. Right up until they get completely packed full of mud or snow, and then they're useless. And they're really hard to clean off. Let mud dry on them. Yeah. Okay, versus a much less aggressive sole just kick my boot against the tree and it falls off. I got traction again. And look at roofers on a house. Okay, nobody needs traction more than they do. I mean, that's serious on a roof. They don't wear big aggressive cleats. They wear a boot with a soft rubber sole. It gives them better traction. Okay, well, that soft rubber sole gives us hunters better traction out in the woods, because when we're walking down a log or we're walking across rocks, on rocks, whatever, that soft rubber sole is going to bend and it's going to conform to the surface we're on, and that soft rubber is going to grip better than really hard, slick rubber. And again, we don't have cleats full of mud or snow while we're doing it. Across a range of surfaces, those cleats actually hurt us, and we're giving up comfort for them as well. If those big cleats made boots more comfortable, all boots would have them. But all boots don't have them, only hunting boots. And that's for that extra functionality that really and truly is, for most applications, is just nonsense. Now, there are certain situations, okay, it could help. I don't know that situation. I'm just assuming there actually is. We all believed it. It made sense. It looked good. Yeah, I want that big aggressive. I need soul. I need that traction. Well, we actually didn't. And then, okay, this is nothing new. All right. These boots are about worn out. I got to do some work to them. I got to clean them up. These boots are where I learned, finally figured out one boot can do it all and do it all well. Cleaned up. I've let these go for the past couple months. I've been busy working on the new house and just wide open. Cleaned up, I can wear these to church or out in the evening. They really do look good. Okay, and keep in mind, nobody can see they're a 9-inch boot. My cuffs from my pants come down to here. They just see this. All right, so they look good, comfortable, functional, durable. Needed to replace them. Bought a new pair. These are Irish setters. Okay, I'm not recommending the brand. Everything changes, and just as soon as I recommend one brand, it'll be half the quality and twice the price with the way things change now. I'm not recommending anything, and they have changed these. I thought I was buying the same boots here, just in a 6-inch or 7-inch instead of 9-inch, but they're very different. Okay, this is much more the traditional, and a lot of you will recognize these. Red Wing owns Irish Setter. It's just Red Wing's made in the USA, but they produce Irish Setters in foreign countries. These were made in China. I wasn't going to buy any more for that reason. I don't believe in buying stuff made in China. All right, these were made in Vietnam. I'd still much rather have made in the USA. I would have went with Thorogood boots. They're a great boot. I hear a lot of great things about them, made in the USA. I just don't have anywhere locally I could try on any, and they've made changes since the last time I looked at them. I was planning on buying a pair. Anyway, I thought I knew what I was getting with the Irish Setters because of these. Ordered these. They have changed them, but owned by Red Wing, always have been. Irish Setters, Red Wing is our work boots. Irish Setter are their hunting boot brand. Okay, and this looks like the classic mock toe Red Wing. It was a famous boot during the 50s and 60s, very popular, super comfortable. I guess it was stylish for a while with the white sole. Okay. That Red Wing boot was actually based on the Irish Setter hunting boot. Irish Setter came out in the 50s, marketed specifically for hunting, an outdoor boot. Well, people realized they were so comfortable, they started wearing them to work in. Well, then that's Red Wing started making the Red Wing brand just like the Irish Setter because they were so comfortable. Okay, well, they're marketed differently. But comfort's comfort. That's why people started wearing them to work. And I found out the exact same thing with these. I didn't even know that about the origin of the Red Wing mock toe boots when I bought these, they were just so comfortable. I started wearing them for everything. I bought them for hunting, but again, I started wearing them to work in the yard, gardening. If I was wearing long pants, I was wearing these because they were so comfortable and they looked so good. I could wear them to church and out in the evening with Mrs. Ripper. And that's when I finally realized this. We only need one pair of boots. And we're going to be happier with one pair of boots than with all of the other different boots. Now, summertime, 100 degrees, shorts. I'm wearing hiking boots. I'm not wearing these with shorts, and I'm not wearing them in 100-degree weather. Well, the reason for hiking boots, one feature I realized I like across the board for all my boots is waterproof. Well, my hiking boots are waterproof, and these have a waterproof membrane, as do these. Okay, that adds to the functionality. So I can walk across the yard in the morning, wet grass, and my feet are dry. Or working in, I can rinse off concrete off of these, and my feet are still dry. I really like that feature. I want it in all boots. All right, well, it's wearing all boots that made me finally realize what features I want in all boots. Once I've got that, that's the only boot I want or need. All right, that's the whole integrated clothing system thing right there. I don't want a bunch of everything. I want one thing this is the best for everything. So for me, what am I looking for in a boot that's a perfect boot for me? All right, and this is just my feet and what I found over the years for myself. The first thing I'm looking for is a mock toe. All right, so it's got stitching across the top of the toe. All right, this is based on Native American moccasins. And I have no idea why this makes such a difference, but for me, that's extremely important for comfort. I accidentally learned that years ago. I bought a pair of steel-toe safety shoes for work. Only pair they had in my size were a mock toe. I didn't even know what a mock toe was. I just knew those were the most comfortable boots I'd ever worn, even with steel toes. And I got to thinking, okay, what's different on these? And the only thing I could come up with is the stitching around the top. That wasn't normal. Well, I did some research. Turns out it's a mock toe, so the next pair of boots I bought were mock toes, and they were exceptionally comfortable. So when I bought these, I was specifically looking for mock toe boots for hunting boots. Weren't many choices, so that's why I ended up with these. A local shop just happened to have them. So it's a pure coincidence, me getting these specific boots. Okay, what else? I want waterproof. Okay, I don't need that for working in a lot of places, but I have found I just absolutely love having waterproof boots. If it's just, even in the summertime, walking across the grass in the morning, high grass, and it's wet from dew, it keeps my feet dry. All right, so the waterproof's important. Next thing is, I don't want insulation. Okay, I figured out, well, there's a reason most boots aren't insulated. Even for a hunting boot. I finally learned for a hunting boot, my feet stay warmer with not having an insulated boot. Now there are places it gets really cold, if you're sub-zero temperatures, maybe you really need insulated boots. Okay, but down into the 20s, I'm not changing boots, I'm changing socks. I figured out that my feet don't sweat as much in uninsulated boots, so my feet stay drier, therefore they stay warmer. And then a really good pair of merino wool socks, and maybe even a liner if it's really cold, just to wick sweat away from my feet. And that has made all the difference in the world, and I'm actually warmer and more comfortable without the insulation. All right, what else? I want a wedge sole, so I don't want a big heel. All right, now there's rough terrain to heel, you might need it. Special jobs, whatever. But for the most part, I get better traction without that really big sole sticking up. It's more comfortable not having it. And this is going to be flatter on a range of surfaces. Again, it's going to conform to it. So I've got more surface area in contact with the surface. I feel like I get better traction. Okay, what else? I want leather, that's absolute must. Leather is going to conform to our feet. All right, so it's going to as we break in a new boot, it's going to fit our foot perfectly. And the softer the leather, the better. But one thing you do have to keep an eye out for when you're trying on boots, you don't want the boot too wide, all right, because then the leather is going to stretch when you break it in. And if they were already too wide, then you're not going to be able to pull up, tighten them up enough with the shoestrings to really get the boot tight around your ankles. And that's where comfort comes from, is when a boot is tight around our ankles. That's what keeps our foot from sliding all over the place in it and everything else. All right, so that's what I'm looking for in a boot. Now, these particular boots, the very first time I put them on, I knew these were special. I didn't even really have to break these in. It was just go wear them. These I'm going to have to break in. But I know once I get them broke in, they're going to be an extremely comfortable boot also. All right, so that's my thought on boots, and that's what I meant by integrated clothing system. All right, I apply the same way of thinking to clothes. I don't need specialized everything. I have a system, and I want particular items that are going to fit within that system. Okay, boots. I want one really good pair of boots that I'm going to wear with pants and throughout the year. If I'm working, whatever, long pants, I'm wearing these. I want hiking boots when it's hot in summer. That way I still have waterproof membrane on the boots, or hiking boots. They're really low cut, and my feet stay dry even in dew or if it's raining, whatever. That's pretty much it for me. Now, I am looking forward to hearing from a lot of you, because hey, we all wear clothes, we all wear boots, we've all done a lot of different jobs and a lot of different things, we all have experiences, and I'm still learning. We're all still learning, especially with the rate everything changes now. As soon as you find something you like, don't worry, they're going to change it. And it's probably not going to be for the better. All right, so yes, I am looking forward to hearing from a lot of y'all on this. And what are your thoughts on what's the absolute perfect boot for everything? And do you have a situation where you actually really do need certain features that they market to the rest of us? Just curious. I think I covered it on boots. Next time we're going to go over cleaning boots and maintaining them and breaking in boots, because that's what I'm working on next. And I would have included it in this one, but I think this one got long enough as is. So, and yeah, there's a lot to go over on the other one. So we'll do that next time. God bless and have a great day.